Yeah, it's been a while since I posted a video, so I wanted to come up here to the house and look around. I haven't been able to get up here for about a week and a half. So I know they brought in a whole lot of dirt, quite a few truckloads from the videos I saw. Not much else going on outside the house. I'm thinking there's probably, yeah, they've run some wire for the receptacles on the outside. I've got one there and then on the other side of the house. And I think by code you had to have one, but went ahead and put another one in there. I'm gonna grab my phone. They held those pallets for me there. I told them I'd like them to keep them for me. I think I might, we get moved in over here, turn them into some kind of compost bin or something like that. Most of them are made out of oak, so that'll hold up a little while before it rots away. Okay, let's go inside and see what's going on. Now, we had a whole lot of rain today at home, about 48 miles from here. And it didn't rain up here today. Or if it did, it's very little. So, let's see, I'm guessing this is where the meter's going to be. Okay, that's cable there. Let's see, what is it? RG what? RG6. I'm not sure what the impedance is on that. You know, we used to use a lot of RG58 in the Navy, and I believe that was a 50 ohm impedance. We used to use it on everything, but that's neither here nor there. And I think this is going to be, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be, excuse me. Anyhow, I think this is where the, yeah, main generator transfer switch, that's what they wrote on there. And then also right here, I'm going to have hot and cold running water. Oh, I do, right here. Ah, that's pretty cool. They asked me, hey, have you ever thought about having hot and cold running water? And I'm like, I mean, on the outside. And I said, no. That needs a little work right there. That needs some fixing up. That's not cool. Man, they sure do bust out the brick when they drill these. So that needs to be set back in there a little bit further, flush, and some kind of sealant around it or whatnot. Something to plug those holes. Anyhow, they asked me, hey, how'd you feel about that? And I said, well, I never thought about it. I said, well, we'll put one in for you at no cost if you'd like. I said, yeah, sounds like a plan. So that's it. All right. Let's see. They brought in some more dirt, but I'd still like to get in some more right here. I'm going to have to raise this corner up before I'm happy. I know they got quite a bit right here for a pad because we've got the driveway entrance, and then plus they're going to put a about a what is it, 20 by 25? I can't remember, 25 by 20. I can't remember what the dimension of the concrete pad they're putting in there for me in front of the garage. Now here's the remaining brick. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of an abrupt drop off right here. They're gonna have to put a bunch in this corner. Let's see what we got growing out here. I see clover. Quite a bit of clover coming up in certain places. Yep. Considering this was like that over there 2 months ago. Actually, it was more like this junk wood. Alright, so really like those shingles. I came, when I built this house, with all the intentions of putting solar on it, but I have a real hard time putting solar panels on a brand new roof and drilling holes in the brand new roof. And I'm hearing that insurance companies, when renewal comes along and you put solar panels on your roof, they're not renewing. So I'm gonna have to look into that. But I think what we're gonna do is, first off, is put in a whole house generator and a propane tank, and then eventually put one of those solar arrays out here that sits on a pedestal and tracks the sun, and do something like that. But either way, with the generator or without a generator, I'm going to have a battery backup. Either Tesla Powerwalls or Generac makes, I won't say the equivalency because nobody's the equivalent of Tesla as far as their tech, but something similar, same idea, let's put it that way. It's the same idea, but I'd really like to stay with one entire ecosystem. But the solar roof was just, how should we say it, cost prohibitive. It would have probably been in excess for $100K just for the roof, and there's no payback time on that. All right, I'm gonna climb on in here, use a makeshift ladder that seems like all my other neighbors have used to come in and check out the house. Let's see. All right, this is gonna be a little, where the table is gonna be. They put a can there and a can there for us. Let's see. Lighting there, lighting there. Let's just do all this. Let's see, recess lighting here. And I think my wife's gonna put in a pedestal, or excuse me, some, I can't remember, pendant lights right here, and I'm believing that's why this is snaked in the way it is. What's that say right there? I can't read it. Let's see. Can here, can above the kitchen sink. Let's see. I think this is just going to be a flush mount LED type. They actually look pretty cool. They're only like $40 each. Same thing here. We didn't put any cans in this room. What we are going to do is we're going to have a light kit on the ceiling fan, but then of course we'll have lights on our end table, and that's a return up there. Wanting to wanting to tape and record all this, so I have a record later on if I want to do some kind of modification. I've got a good idea where all the wiring is in the plumbing. It's funny, on Reddit the other day, stuff that they put in my feed, and they were showing, it said this is what the what do they call the people at the Geek Squad, yeah, the Geek Squad at one of those box stores. I'm not going to name their name, but if you know the Geek Squad, you know who I'm talking about. And they had mounted one of those wall mounts for a big screen TV, and they thought they had drilled in the stud, and what they had drilled into was one of the vent pipes, or actually it's a vent slash drain pipe for the sewer line. So so they were getting some smells into the apartment and everything, and when they cut away the sheetrock, it showed. What was funny is the comments below that were, lots of people were commenting saying, yeah, the same thing happened with us, and I thought that was funny. I'm not sure. Okay, this must be for the dryer. Yes, this heavier gauge. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Washer and dryer. Dog sink. Ah, see? They did cut out through there. I thought that would be a good idea. Let's see, that's the vent. Gosh, this is going to be a big closet. Massive closet. All right. I don't know why I feel like I'm whispering. I just don't want, I'm not used to talking to a camera, I guess. Let's go upstairs. Okay. That's how they reinforce for the, lay the sheetrock right over top of it. Okay. He's put me a couple of receptacles in here. I first thought about putting the Wi-Fi, the routers and all that. And then this isn't going to be temperature controlled. It'll be whatever it is in the attic. So I know electronics and heat don't like one another. I'll have to rethink that. I think I may just make a shelf in the laundry room or, I don't know, somewhere. Yeah, I got plenty of receptacles in here, I think. Let's see. Got 2 cans, one there. Ceiling fan, that can. Got 3 similar ceiling fans. The one that goes in the master goes in here, and it also goes in one of the spare bedrooms. We chose the same fan. All right. Isn't that pretty? Receptacle there. I need to go back and check something, make sure that they put receptacles in the closet. And we did not put a single receptacle in this closet. Oh, wait a minute, there's one in here. I guess that will suffice. And what do we do for lighting? I think we're putting a strip light in. Yeah, fluorescent strip light, LEDs. This will be very bright. Let's see, this must be the condensate drain. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. That piece of plumbing right there is a condensate drain for the drip tray. For the condenser, not the condenser, but the, oh shoot. The air handler up there for the AC. I guess that would be the evaporator, wouldn't it? Yeah, the evaporator. I'm trying to equate it to a car. Refrigerator goes right there. This little pantry door needs to open this way. Dishwasher. Yeah, trash bin. Got a trash bin in the cabinet. Isn't that something? Fancy. Fancy schmancy. And somebody left their door open. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and close that. So that's cool. I don't like this. Especially when we go to move in. Okay. Let's see. Let's pull that off. Okay, it's sliding down. Oh, I know what the problem is. They just haven't drilled into the. Yeah, that's okay. They have up there. They have it in the ground here on the bottom. Okay, that makes sense. So we'll just put that there. And we'll close this. And I'm gonna close some of these windows to keep the rain out. Well, we're under porch, so it shouldn't be a big deal, but keep people out. Of course, Kelly and I got video of this one lady. It was, I think it was 2 weeks ago. It was really storming. it was really storming, and I don't like those windows. It's the first time I messed with them. And they drop in this way. I'm glad we didn't get the grids. Anyhow, back to my story. Let me figure this out. Okay. This one's open, right? Alright, so if I click, they both turn the same way. Nope. Oh, I'm gonna have to edit some of this out, I know. Okay, there we go. Anyhow, it was about 2 weeks ago. We were having a bad rainstorm. I think it was like near the end of the week. And the construction crew had just left. I mean, literally just left, maybe 15 minutes. Still raining really hard. And the shell was up and everything of the house. It was pretty much like it is now. Excuse me. And this Cadillac station wagon, a silver Cadillac station wagon, comes rolling up. And you can see that there's a gentleman driving. You can see through the driver's side window that's a gentleman. He's got his hands on the wheel. And this woman in this, I can't remember what kind of coat it was, what color coat, but it had the hood on it and everything. She gets out. She's wearing these sweatpants and everything. And she's stumbling around, and it looks like she's carrying a tablet or a big-ass cell phone. And she walks into the garage, but she about busts her tail a couple of times. I mean, she was determined to get in here. And she's in here for a few minutes and then came out. I didn't realize at the time that the... so that's going to be a scuttle to get up in here. That the... pallet had been laid on there like that. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. That's a nice insert. Yeah, that's a very nice insert. Hey, it makes me almost wish we had gone this route. Put a shower curtain up and then just throw it away. Too bad. I hate those glass windows and the chrome fixtures and all that, trying to keep it clean. And it's just a nasty thing to try to keep clean. Even if you put bleach on it, there's places in there where it builds up mold, and it's just over a period of time gets nasty. So shower curtains and a curtain rod from here on out. Anyhow, back to the story. I didn't know that pallet was there, and then it was later that day or the next day, you see these two other women walk up. It wasn't raining at the time, but they walk up from the driveway and walk in the garage, and they're in for a few minutes and then come out. And it wasn't until I came up here later that week that I realized that pallet had been set there and was being utilized as a step ladder. But it was funny because right there at the end of the driveway, there's two signs. They're very, very prominently posted, you know, no trespassing. But hey, what are you gonna do? I'm not going to get upset about it. I don't want to alienate our new neighbors. But really? Okay, so what's going to happen here? They're not going to have that peak all the way up, and they're not going to build a little platform per se for the ceiling fan. What they're going to do is, you can see how wide it is. They're going to make it flat all the way across the ceiling. So it's going to come up to a certain point and then go flat. Kind of the same way it's going to do upstairs in the loft. And I call that the loft. It's not really a loft. And then over here in our bedroom, they're going to do the same thing. You can see where they've already framed it out for the flat area that they'll run sheetrock across there. So I didn't know what it would look like in my head at first, but more thought about it, it looked a lot nicer. At home, I've got a ceiling in my living room like this, and he wanted to hang it off the side, which was easier for everybody. And I said no. So he built me a little platform right in the middle of the peak, and I guess that's a real pain in the tail to do, but that's the way I wanted it. But they told me here to that this is the way they do theirs, and I've seen some pictures of the insides of homes that were finished out that way, and it looked really nice. So anyhow, I noticed one thing. They have still got, they've still got this here. That was going to be our what they called a Costco door. So you come in the garage, you got your groceries, and you just put them in through here instead of carrying them up the steps. It sounded like a good idea until we got the price breakdown on it. And because it's considered an exterior door, it has to have a fire rating, and that jacked up the price. So we told them to nix that. We would spend that money on something else. Let's go out here. This is where Kelly and I are going to do a lot of hanging out. And we got 4 cans here, as you can see, and then a ceiling fan here. It's not going to have a light. It's going to have a variable speed adjustment, and also be able to adjust the brightness of these cans. And everything in this house is LED. Okay. They did put that receptacle right there. Or excuse me, faucet right there. Yeah, maybe this week they're going to come in here and start bricking the rest of the house. Kelly is very excited. So we've tried to think of everything over here to incorporate in this house to make it as comfortable as possible and not have to be modified as we get older. Because this is our retirement home. Saved all of my life to do this. So it's time to start enjoying the fruits of my labor. Huh. Yeah, this is going to be pretty sweet. The door's closed nice. That's really nice. I imagine when the deadbolt on it, it'll tighten up a little bit. Oh, we are going to end up with the water heater over in that little cubby. Yeah, you can see where they've already plumbed it for it. Right here. A separate circuit, of course, because it's hot water. Yeah, this would be pretty nice. Now, I'm wondering, it used to be the houses that I've always been involved with. This is the 3rd house I've had built for myself. Actually, this is the 3rd house I've had built. The first 2 I built them for myself. This one I built for my wife. But I laugh because it's better to give than receive, right? Anyhow. Yeah, out of the 3 houses that I've had built, this is by far the best well-built one. The number 2 in there would be the first house I had built. The fellow that built it, I'd just been out of the Navy, probably, oh my goodness, 2 years, and met up with this realtor, and she worked closely with this builder, and they built me a really nice house. And I lived in it for a few years and then sold it. And then a few years later built the house I live in now. Actually, I've been in that house. I built it 22 years ago. So I'm hoping this is the last one. I don't want to build anymore. I know I'm going over a lot of this again with the camera, but I want to make sure I've got it all recorded later on for reasons I already discussed. I am glad that they put that scuttle right there, and I really would like them. There really isn't another good place, is there, for storage up here? That's just going to be a regular scuttle, I believe. It's not going to have a ladder. Pretty sure. Yeah. They're just calling it access, so. Okay, toilet. And then sink. There we go. We got a leak right there. No wonder. They haven't got that damn boot on there. That's what's wrong. Let's see. There's quite a few places I can still see daylight that they need to finish up. Let's see. I'm going to pause this for a minute and take some stills. I think I'm going to end the video. I did a few things. I walked around the house with my FaceTime with my wife so she could see everything. And boy, we've got this storm front blowing in. I don't know if you can see the clouds. It was really coming in hard from the west. And the wind was kicking up. And the temperature dropped, I don't know, probably 10-15 degrees, maybe more. It's a little chilly now. Anyhow, I'm going to end this video and edit it and try to get it uploaded today. Have a good weekend, and hey, comment below whether you like it or don't like it. Hey, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants with this YouTube channel. So anyhow, comments are appreciated, and likes are appreciated, and subscriptions are appreciated. Anyhow, thank you. Bye-bye.